Hey guys, welcome to a new movie. Today we're doing Strangers Chapter 1. This movie I thought was interesting how it's called Chapter 1. And watching it, I'm like, it does seem like it sets up a little bit for a second one. I'm kind of really curious to see how that goes and how it connects to this one and what the deal is. I hope we don't get a Chapter 1 and then we get Chapter at least a 2. We should at least get a 2. But are we going to get like a 3 or 4? Like, are we going to get a multiple? I don't know. I'm excited. So let's jump into this movie. What are my general thoughts on this movie so you can kind of give my general thoughts. I liked it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite horror movie this year. I think it was better than other ones I've seen for sure. But I don't think it's the best. I would kind of average, but there's some parts I'm like, and I'm kind of curious to see where it goes. So let's jump into it. Okay, so this movie is about these two couples that's go in the sky. I don't know the actors. The only actor I do know is the girl. She played Cheryl Blossom in Riverdale. So like that's the only thing I know her from, and I feel like she's been in other stuff that I've seen or know of, but she was in that. That's the only thing I know. I don't know the other guy. But the guy has like obviously has I'm gonna mention now he has like an inhaler and stuff. He has some breathing stuff problems and stuff. And then the girl there on the thing, they go off this side road because they're like, hey, we need to stop and get either gas or look for a place to eat or something. And they go and find this little town in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, nah, not great. That's always the case in a horror movie for disaster in a small town. But then they're like, the car's having problems, so they have to get it fixed. And it wasn't having problems before they went to get food, but after they went to get food, it had problems. So it could have been messed with. We don't really 100% know if they messed with it or not, but maybe we'll find out later. Obviously, they find a place that they can rent, Airbnb place where they can rent and stuff, and they stay there for the night where the car gets fixed and it'll be done tomorrow. So they're there, and obviously throughout the movie, there's this kid or somebody knocking on the door, opens it, there's this kid like, hey, is this person here? I forget the name, but he's not. And all this kind of weird stuff, and then at some point, obviously, people start showing up and coming after him. He has to go back to the place. He has to go back, if he goes to get food, but he also left his inhaler there what he needed. So yeah, the guy who is fixing like the car, he has a kind of creepiness to him. I'm like, are you one of the bad guys? Are you not? I don't know. He does call the person because the person who runs the Airbnb because one of the things is not working or something, and the fridge or something, so there's that. So obviously people start coming and attacking. He starts seeing people and crazy, creepy stuff happens throughout. Beginning on, when it gets to a point where it's like, oh, it's like they're eating food and they look up and there's like a duck or something hanging from the thing, dripping blood and stuff, all this stuff. Like they're there and they have to fight these guys. They do put up a good fight, I think better than other ones, but in the end, they actually turn around. He's like, there's one point where they're both there by the front door and it's like somebody's going in by the front door. He turns around, shoots, and then it happens we find out. And it's like, oh yeah, we got one of them. And then they find out, oh, it's the guy who was supposed to come and fix the guy who owns the place or whatever. He was coming to fix the fridge or whatever, the thing that was broken or do something. And they accidentally kills him. What? For the record, I wouldn't be surprised if he was somehow in on this, so I'm not 100%. If he had nothing to do with it, I'm like, bad luck. But also, you're in a town with people, you're in a place here where people are doing all this, people are doing crazy shit. So yeah, there's that. But by the end, I don't think any of the people who were trying to kill him die. Even though there's points where they should just shot him, in my opinion. These guys are wearing masks, doing stuff, going around doing stuff. I'm like, you don't even, I would like, not just shoot. Even if they were joking, like, oh, it's just a prank. It's a point where it's like, it's not a prank, it's like you are doing stuff that you fuck around, you get shot. But he doesn't shoot him, but I mean, a lot of people, it's hard to, also, if you've never shot somebody, it's hard to shoot. But I think at that point, he's like, yeah, I have already shot somebody. And they talk about how your first kill is always the hardest or something, I think. And he's like, yeah, well, this is not my first kill. But in the end, the boyfriend dies. So I'm like, sucks. And then she basically pretty hurt, and she's in the hospital, and the cops eventually come. And whoever the people are who are attacking him, we don't know ever who they are because they're always wearing masks. So we don't know who they are at the end. So I'm kind of curious to see. That's the thing, we don't know who they are or really what. The only reason we know they're attacking him because they're here, right? Because they're in the small town and that seems to be like we don't like outsiders or something. I don't know. But or something's going down. But yeah, it was good. I like at the end it shows her in the hospital and then it shows like so she's still not completely dead and then one of them is. Then we see at the end one of them shows her in the hospital. It was cool. You know, the next movie starts off with somebody like waking up and like attacking them or killing them or doing something or somebody coming in and attacking him. Because if she just dies, then what's the point of her being in the hospital? I feel like her being in the hospital is like, that's cool. He made it out of this and then it's just one of those things. Now maybe that guy ended up the killer and maybe somebody else too. I don't know. But the movie was not bad, like I said. Not bad. I like how they're setting up. It looks like for another one. In a way where I'm like, we don't know at all who the killers are, so it kind of gives you a lot of questions. That's why I like it a little bit more. I think there's a lot of questions that I don't 100% know the answers to, and I think they're doing it where it's like, it's setting up this thing, and it's like, we're not going to give you all the answers, just some of them, and then you might get some little pieces here and there. It was not bad, like I said. I don't think it's the best horror movie we got this year, but it is not the worst. It's in the middle for me. So what do I rate this? I rate this like 6 or 7. I'm gonna go 7. I don't think it's the worst horror movie ever, but I've seen better. I've seen what's in the middle, so that's why I'm giving it a 7. 7, 6 or 7 is kind of can be around the middle. I'm giving it a 7. Not the worst. But what do you guys think of The Strangers Chapter 1? Let me know in the comments down below. You can always stay epic. See you in the next video, guys. Bye.